Hi, and welcome to part 3 of planets in only 4 symbols, right? And these are our 4 symbols, right? We've got matter, spirit, mind, being. So I just want to illustrate something you could say, when you're looking at spirit. If you were to put a hat on spirit, that's the mind, right? That part is your mind. The whole thing, right? It's spirit. So just, it's not exclusive. Like when you see the circle, you can kind of assume that obviously the mind is there. So anyway, let's just quick review, right? We've got the sun, right? We've got our communicator, right? Which is Mercury. We've got our beautiful Venus wants a hug, right? We've got the Earth, and then we've got Mars doing some action. And those are kind of our personal planets, and then we've got, of course, beautiful Sirius into Jupiter, and then to Saturn. And sometimes you may even see Saturn with even more matter on top of it. Like, that's important. Right? And then, of course, OK, or Chiron. And those are kind of the, can affect larger groups of people. So the next group, right? God says, hey, check this out. I've probably created a masterpiece, right? Check it out here. Here's what's going to happen. Boom. And then it's going to go up like this. And it's going to go like this. And then I'm going to hook a couple of these onto it. Whoa. That's a cool invention. Right? That's a cool invention. What does it do? Like, what is it? That's like a piece of technology. Some advanced technology. There's an astrologer, may he rest in peace, Kelly Lee Phipps, I think said it the best. And he said, spirit, right? Working through matter to unite the poles of consciousness, right? And this idea of Uranus, where we've got this, this originality. Like, what a cool original symbol. What does it do? Well, it's pretty interesting what it does. You imagine it is taking these two consciousness, right? Because these are the two arcs of consciousness, right? And you can see matter is just perfectly centered right in the middle. But it is connected to spirit. And I think that that's pretty cool when you look at, some of these are relatively newer planets, but then again, they do have some modern, like, interpretations, like intuition, cosmic awareness, right? It's doing something. It's this big cosmic receiver. You could think of it that way too. Instead of spirit working through matter to unite maybe it's coming through, and it's making itself known in matter, and then dropping in to our brains, right? Or dropping into our mind, right? And so this is the first one. We'll start this last column here. And this is Uranus. Looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? Spaceship. Very spaceship. Very spaceship. All right, and then the next one. This one's pretty cool. Right? We've got really another awesome interpretation of these symbols, right? Right? And when you see what the symbol means and you interpret it for what it is, you can kind of put your own meaning together with the symbols. But this is, like I say, it's kind of a great way to learn all your planets. and learn what they mean and learn the symbols. I think if you go to like, there's some government website that has these symbols listed as the official symbols. Anyway, this one's cool, right? We're going to take mine and we're going to kind of turn it on its side. And then, like we kind of saw this with Mercury, right? This idea that we can turn on its side. But in this case, right, we've got this matter bursting up through consciousness, right? Matter is just bursting up through consciousness to the point that, right, it even has action, right? And it's this wonderful idea of Neptune, right? Right, like this is taking control of your dreams, right? This is like the planet of dreams. We've got this consciousness like a satellite just opened. It's not pointed at any, like it's like Mercury. It's pointed in all directions. It's just waiting for information. In this case, matter's like, hey, taking some action, right? We're going to imagine things, right? Escape, right? Visions, right? Dreams. Neptune, not necessarily to be confused with the ocean god of Neptune, but it is the same, right? So anyway, Neptune, right? Crashing through, right? Matter just bursting through. And then, of course, last but not least, at least for this quick video series, we've got, like each one of these out here kind of has their own connection to one of these personal planets. So this last one is probably the coolest picture. And if you could think, hey, I could put these together and these 4 symbols together in cooler ways that could explain creation, I would love to see it. This is one of the coolest, right? So boom, we're just going to start with spirit, heart, kokoro. We're going to start with that. And then we're going to, disconnected, we're going to show consciousness or mind, right? Right? And that's Pluto, right? So like you could say that Pluto here, this guy's hands up, right? Hands up. And Pluto's like, listen, I surrender, I give up, right? It's almost like Mars. This is pointing a sword at him, right? Because you can imagine if you were to draw these connections, like these two, you could say Mercury, and then of course divine love, right? And then Mars and. Right, like the war is over and someone says, I surrender, right? This is like the last planet, right? So you've worked hard on your 900 years of college, you've got your degree, you've built your solar system, and you've generated it. It is now operating, right? This is like the last symbol. Okay, I'm done. Right, hands up. Seacrest out. This whole concept. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed this simple little series about the symbols. Right, if you could take anything away, right, symbolos, right, means to unite. Right, and the opposite is diabolos, right, which means to break apart. Right, so know your symbols. Inward and outward, explosion, implosion, right? Know your symbols. Thanks, bye.